Good morning, Blue Dragons. It's another Monday in paradise, and we're in week number 2 of Chair Qigong. So we've got a few things that are new and a lot of things that you should already be familiar with. And for the new students who just joined us, I'm not going to give a complete explanation, but I'm going to give you enough to keep you going. So, hit it, Maestro. Now, we always start the class with shake your hands, move your chi, shake your hands, show me what you're working with. But I wanted to give you an understanding of why we do shake your hands. So, when you go to the doctor and you get your blood pressure taken, they usually do one arm, usually the left arm, and you're seated in a chair. But if you check the textbook says you should be flat. And you should take blood pressure 3 times in a 24-hour period. And in that 24-hour period, you take the average. Now, you already know they don't do that. Now, about 10-15 years ago, some guys in Israel tested the wrist, and they figured out that the blood pressure in the wrist could be detected, that high blood pressure in the wrist could be detected before it was detected in the elbow. So this is called the brachial pulse, this is called the radial pulse. So think about this for a second. These blood vessels are wide, these blood vessels are narrow. So if the blood vessel in the wrist is detected with blood pressure, then maybe if we break up the stagnation in the wrist, we get a chance to lower blood pressure before it's detectable. Now, is high blood pressure a disease? And the answer is emphatically no, it's not a disease. But if uncorrected for 10 or 15 years, it can become several diseases. So lowering blood pressure is actually a preventive to multiple types of heart and lung disorders. Now, the question for us is, do we want to wait until it's detected and then take drugs for the rest of our lives? Obviously not. Now, here's the secret. Everybody knows about plaque. Everybody knows that plaque on the inside of the blood vessel creates high blood pressure. Now, what causes plaque? Salt and sugar, dairy and flour, animal fat, and fried. Those are the 6 bad guys. What gets rid of plaque is juicing, onions, garlic, leeks, shallots, and scallions. They erase the plaque, okay? And of course, celery juice. Now, plaque is the setup, but it's the emotions that create the problem. So what are the emotions? Well, there's the complex of anger. Anger, frustration, resentment, shame, blame, and guilt, okay? When those emotions trigger a feeling in the body and you already have the plaque, boom, heart disease. So, if we do this every day, guess what? You get rid of anger, frustration, resentment, shame, blame, and guilt. It doesn't build up. And we break up the plaque. So this is what we do every single day. Shake your hands, shake them to the earth, shake them to the side, shake them up. That is the thing. So that is your number 1 secret for Chair Qigong. Now, silly thing. If you were to ask somebody, how do I increase my heart rate? They're going to tell you running. But running takes 8 to 10 minutes. However, 4 to 5 minutes of moving your arms is going to do the same thing. Don't ask me why. They promote the wrong thing instead of the right thing, but be happy you're with the Blue Dragon Qigong Academy, where you get the best information. Okay? Now, the second thing we teach is heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney. So, the heart and the lung are not separate. They're one system because the heart is nested between the two lungs. So the lungs filter oxygen into the blood. Half of the oxygen goes into the blood, the other half is exhaled as carbon dioxide. Now, when you breathe in, the lungs expand. What happens to the oxygenated blood? It goes out. When you breathe out, you squeeze the air out of the lung, so the deoxygenated blood gets into the lungs. So that's what we do when we breathe. So heart, lung, liver, spleen, brother, sister, right kidney, left kidney. Now the kidneys filter all of the fluids in the body. The body's 60% water. Interstitial fluid is the 60%. So they just discovered, January 2019, they just discovered that the interstitial fluid is part of the neuroendocrine system, and it controls the fascia and the connective tissue. Wow. So we're looking at a situation where they are giving us incomplete information. Okay? So what can we do to reverse that if we're in a chair? We have to bend forward and back, and we have to hit the 5 internal organs. Okay. Okay, you can turn the music up. So, we're going to grab the chi of earth, pull it up into the heart, bend over at the waist, push the chi out the fingertips, stretch as we go around, pull ancestral energy into the heart, push the chi out the fingertips, straighten up, push the chi out the fingertips, out to the side, push the chi out the fingertips, breathe in, breathe out, reach up, grab cosmic chi, pull that into the heart, breathe it out, hyperextend the wrists, reach up and grab heavenly chi, pull heavenly chi into Shen, Chi, and Jing. Wrists forward, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4. Open the fingers, forward, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4. Lean forward, hands back, head back. Okay, so your body is forward, your head is back, your hands are back, and now squeeze the chi up the center of the spine over the top of the head, and now breathe out. And now inhale, exhale. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Elongate the neck, expand the spine, Okay, now we're going to take this hand over the head. Elongate the neck, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth behind the two front teeth. Stretch the spine. I should have warned you about the Qi cups. But if you're a regular, you already have the Qi cups somewhere in your kitchen. You can order these, or you can use whatever you have. Breathe in, breathe out, move, meditate and pray. Qigong is the healing way. Giving your heart a hug when you feel your lungs, so you can stay young with Qigong. Clearing your mind and walking meditation. Breathing back in is your inspiration. Divine is the energy you create. Expand the Qi that you see. Balance your emotions. So I'm suggesting that you put this right over the base of the pad of the middle finger. Okay?
Connect your chi up from earth to heart. So when you breathe deep, you get better sleep. Move your chi from hands to feet. Taoist masters taught me the song, so you could stay young with Qigong. You can stay young with Qigong. Expand the chi that you circulate, so you can stay young with Qigong. Balance your emotions to heal your heart. Pull your chi down from heaven to start. So when you breathe deep,
Okay, head back, go under the chin.
Taoist master.
Head back, go under the chin.
So you could stay young with Qigong. So you
Now you're going to go over the head.
with Qigong.
Under the chin. Under the chin. And now over the head. Okay, now, both forward, out to the side, lean your head back, bend the elbows, out to the side, and in. Use your cups.
Qigong for you to be healthy, so you can be your best. Breathe in and out, expand your chest, flowing freely like Qigong. Wake up early to celebrate your day, so you can feel good the Qigong way.
Now you're going to keep both arms straight over the head.
Move, meditate, and pray.
And now we come under.
Qigong is the healing way. Giving your heart power when you feel your lungs, so you can stay young with Qigong. Clearing your mind is walking meditation. Breathing God in is your inspiration.
Elbows out, straight back, all the way forward.
Is the energy you breathe. Expand the chi that you circulate. your emotions to heal your heart. Pull your chi down from heaven to start. Connect your chi up from earth to heart. So when you breathe deep, you get better sleep. Move your chi from hands to feet.
Okay, now we're going to do something really crazy. This hand is going to go forward, this hand is going to go back. You're going to rotate, and now you're going to do an overhead exchange. And then you're going to rotate, and now you're going to do an under exchange.
So you can stay young and strong. Balance your emotions to heal your heart. Pull your chi down from heaven to start. So when you breathe deep,
Okay, now we're going to reverse. This hand goes forward, this hand goes back.
Taoist masters
Rotate.
taught me this song
Over the head,
so you could stay
rotate,
young
under.
strong. So you could stay young with Qigong.
Okay, now we're going to go to the side. And go over the head. And then you're going to reverse and you're going to go out and go over the head. Out to the side, over the head, and to the side. Okay. Now, the tricky part is we're going to do them both together, and we're going to lean from side to side. Okay. So out to the side and under, and so this hand goes out, we're going to lean, okay? Now, both arms are going to come in, you're going to lean back. And now we're going to lean to the other side. So the palm up side, you're going to lean. And then both hands come in, you're going to lean forward. And then you're going to lean, palm up. And then you're going to lean back. And then you're going to lean palm up and then lean forward. So we're working the abdominals, the quadratus lumborum, all the spinal erectors. Now, we're going to reverse direction. This hand goes out, you're going to lean. You're going to go forward. This palm goes out, you're going to lean back. Lean to the side. Okay, one of your hands is not correct. That's it. Look at your hands, look at my hands. Look at your hands, look at my hands. Now we're going to reverse direction. We're all one family. So we're going to do the same movement. Out. Only this time we're going to bring this hand in, and then we're going to go over the head, and this hand goes back. This is a variation of what we just did. And this hand comes in, and then both hands go over the head, and this hand goes out. I had a Qigong student who was a retired professional basketball player. He was 38 years old. So he had played for 10 years. And he could not get this exercise to save his life. So I was really annoyed with him. And then I grabbed his wrist and I realized that he had a birth defect. That one of his wrists was deformed at birth. So there was no way he could do this exercise. And yet, he played professional basketball. Isn't that amazing? So he did not allow his birth defect. Oh, we're switching direction, I forgot to tell you. He did not allow his birth defect to stop him from playing professional basketball. But he couldn't do Qigong. So I had another patient who was a free diver. He could go down 100 feet, 16 pounds of weight, no tank. And yet, 20 minutes of Qigong, he was winded. He was done. No stamina. So how could it be? So I sent him to the hospital for a stress test. He passed the stress test with flying colors. No problems with his heart or his lungs. It turns out he had a problem with his diaphragm muscle. And that's why he couldn't do Qigong. I thought that was quite interesting. So 6 sessions of acupuncture, he could last. And now he's my biggest fan. So the movement reveals the restriction. Now we're going to switch directions again. So these are very slow movements. These are not strenuous. Would you say they're strenuous? Okay. And yet, some people cannot do them.
Left brain, left and right brain.
Left brain, balance, and coordination.
Yeah. Left and right brain. How much of the time in front of the computer?
Ooh. So I took one of those online tests. Turns out I'm right brain. I took it 3 times. I'm definitely right brain. That's obvious? Really? Is it obvious? Oh, okay. Okay, you still don't look like, there you go. You all know what dyslexia is, right? So I met this guy on a plane, first class. He had all 3 kinds of dyslexia. So let's suppose we're looking at the word cat. In his brain, the T and the C would invert themselves. But he also would turn them upside down. So the C and the T would be upside down. And then the third is the center he could not see. So he could not see the A at all. So the T and the C would reverse and then be upside down. And he taught himself how to read. And he instituted a reading program in the state of California. Okay. And he got funding. And went on to become a major, he joined the army, became a major musician, and he met Linda Evans, if you're old enough to remember Dynasty. And Linda Evans introduced him to a ton of people. And the program is still running in the state of Washington. So your brain can do all kind of strange tricks. But Qigong will straighten you out. Okay, are we ready? This is called Flying Buddha Palm. So you're going to touch, you're going to turn, you're going to go back, you're going to go forward, you're going to go down, you're going to go up, you're going to go forward, you're going to go back, and now you're going to go under. Touch, turn, back, forward, down, up, forward, back. So what we were doing before was called Buddha Palm. This is called Flying Buddha Palm. Now, if you want to do this with me in person, I'm going to be at Fireflies Forest Festival Halloween weekend, and I'm going to be demonstrating this with my Qigong crew of ladies. Then I will be at the Zen Awakening Festival November 11, 12, 13 in North Florida. Also demonstrating. But of course we will be standing, we won't be sitting. I'm only sitting because we're doing chair Qigong. So if you're a hooper, a spinner, a baton twirler, a fan dancer, a fire dancer, a fire spinner, a baton, a staff, dragon staff, you're gonna love. If you're an acro, yoga. Join us for Flying Buddha Palm. We will challenge your brain. And of course, these will be lit. We're going to do these right at sunset.
Light your fire.
Fire Buddha Palm. Blue Buddha Energy Medicine. Okay, now this one is called Chinese jumping jacks. So now this one is most difficult because you have to keep your wrists in alignment with each other. Okay, so your fingertips touch, and now you're going to turn, and now your wrists are going to go out, and your fingertips are going to touch, and then you're going to turn, and then you're going to come down, and your fingertips are going to touch. Okay, are you watching me? Okay. And your fingertips touch, and then turn. Fingertips touch, turn. So just to give you a heads up, this is the last song. We're not going to be doing the open your heart side to side. This is actually the end of the program. Because I find it impossible to sit when I'm doing open your heart. No.
Open your heart. Side.
Lift your lungs. Stretch your liver. Rub your belly. Clean your kidneys. I can't sit still when that comes on. Okay, fingertips have to touch. No, fingertips have to touch like this. Like this. Like this. Now we're going to reverse. We're going to touch at the bottom. Turn. Okay, thank you all. Prevention is the only cure. And Blue Dragon Qigong is your best prevention.